Okay, welcome. No one's here because no one knows this is going on. I'm going to be doing, excuse me, have my Disney ears. I was doing some Disney videos. I have a Disney channel as well. Anyway, let me take this one off. Anyway, I am going to, my name is Susan. If you don't know, I'm the managing editor at DeskDemon. And I am going to do some lives every Thursday. I'm going to try for every Thursday. What time is it now? Because this is the perfect time. About 1 o'clock on Thursdays. So if you want some, talk some EA, just come in and chat and shoot this, excuse me, I was gonna say a bad word. Anyway, just talk. We're gonna talk about today. I'm gonna go over how to work with difficult people. So there will be a topic. So somebody has something, if they want to jump in, they could, do the comments. But I'm gonna do this every Thursday at about 1 o'clock Mountain Time. So that's what, 12. Oh, perfect. 12 Pacific, and good timing. And hopefully some people will start seeing it. You may see me seeing this on a replay, or hear from someone, and we'll get in and make it more people and bring people in. I'm going to get a program called StreamYard, and I'll be able to put it on YouTube, and then I could put it on Facebook, which our Facebook really isn't very good, but it's very, very small. No one really looks at it, but I'd love to click on it and get our notifications. You can get the notification wherever you want, and then it could go on LinkedIn, which I have no idea how it's going to work. Isn't that how we do things? We just kind of do it, all trial and error. That's how I did many things in my career. Anyway, today I'm going to go over how to work with difficult people. And it's funny because I've done videos, and you've seen some. Oh, I'm outside right now. It's snowing. I'm in Montana. I'm from San Francisco, born and raised. Lived there till moved up here with my mom right at the beginning of the pandemic. And I've been up here ever since. So I'm not used to snow. San Francisco, it doesn't snow. I mean, I think we have the best weather. I'm a very proud San Franciscan. I was born in San Francisco, went to school in San Francisco. Then I moved to, the peninsula and the North Bay at times, but really close, not far. But in California, or at least in San Francisco, maybe not San Jose or LA or Sacramento, but in California, in San Francisco, if it is 60 degrees, you're cold. And then if it's like 85 degrees, you're like, oh my God, it's so hot. So San Francisco has its beautiful air conditioning fog, and it's a great city. I mean, I miss it. I do miss it. My kids are still there, so I get to go back. But in Montana, it snows. And like last night, we have a banister, and it's, the banister's only like that thick, but it's like that much, snow on it. It was easily 8 inches this morning. And that's in one night. So, and I'm not used to driving in it. So I work from home. That's why, and I don't have a dedicated office. Well, I do have a dedicated office, but it is big, and it is an open concept, so there's no door to close. So you'll hear my mom watching TV a lot, or the dog barking. But that's what this is. This channel's about. It's just me and talking. It's very, as I said, I want it to be very one-on-one. So with that, let me get to my how to work with difficult people. So basically, no matter where you work in this industry, you are going to find somebody that you just, I'm gonna be blunt, you can't stand working for or with. I've had those days. I remember my very first job. This was, at the Bank of America back in the 80s. I'm old. But back in the 80s, it was my first job. And the person that I worked the cubicle next to me, she just must have been like a manic depressive, because one day she was fun and great and, easy to work with. The next day she was like, I'm not going to say her name, but she was hard to work. She wasn't hard to work with, but she was hard to work with, if that makes sense. She got her work done and she was great at what she did, but her personality, as I said, it was either really nice or just really snappy and mean. So we've all had those people that we've worked for. And if you are seeing this on a replay and you have any great stories, leave them below. But as I said, everyone has them. I've had managers too that I haven't really liked either, but it happens. So here are a couple tips. Oops, excuse me. To deal with these coworkers, because once you begin trying to take a couple steps, you'll find it a bit easier to work with difficult people. First tip is remember, you are not the boss. Maybe you are, but most likely you are not the boss. You may represent the boss, but you're not the boss. And if you don't have authority over the other person, you're going to look pretty unprofessional if you start telling them how to do their job. If your coworker is lazy or just does poor work, and you're tempted to say, you really should do it this way, don't expect to be thanked for it. And don't be surprised if they're stubborn and they don't take your advice. So the tip for this is lead by example and focus on doing your work successfully. Okay, number 2. This is so much easier than me doing a tape, because when I do these stage, I guess not live, if it's live and I screw up or I say something wrong, it's one take. When I do these and, I'm trying to do, yes, this, and this, I must do like 50 takes. I must do like 50 things, and none of them come out how I want them to. So I'm just like, we're going to do it live, because then it's done. I don't have to edit it, and it's just done. Okay, well, anyway, I'm sorry. 2, avoid communications by email. When you I got my notes over there, that's why you may see me looking down. When dealing with someone who's difficult, try to make it priority to handle things face-to-face, not on the phone. If you're concerned about coming across difficulty, like you're the difficult person, you're not. You're just trying to help. And emails, you can't always tell how people, what they sound like in an email. You can read an email and take it like, oh my God, they're so mad at me. But maybe that's just the way they write. But when you're face to face, you can see the facial expressions. You know how they're reacting. So if you have to say something, do it face by face, not by an email, because the person could just totally interpret it the correct way, the wrong way, the really wrong way. So another way to deal with difficult people is to, excuse me, let me just kind of move this here, is to avoid gossip. Nobody wants to be mixed in gossip, and that's not just avoiding people who are difficult work, that's across the board. Avoid gossip. When someone's difficult to work with, you may want to say to a coworker, they did this. Just don't say anything. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say nothing at all. If you have to vent your frustrations about working with this person, wait till you get home, even though then you don't really want to bother your family, but it may help, But don't do it at work. If you, as I said, like you have a coworker that just really frustrates you, don't go to your other coworker and say, oh, they frustrate me so much. Just don't say anything at all. Just leave it, It's not going to help. That's the bottom line. Okay, the other one is, next tip is just to let go of your anger. When you're dealing with a difficult person, it's easy to get angry at them or to get angry at the situation. You think of the time they may have wasted for you. You may think about how things were done, and you may want to go, ugh, but what's done is done. And if you're going to get angry, it's just going to drain you. It doesn't help you. I mean, so what's done is done. The more time you spend being angry, the less time you have to do important things, and just look at the positive in life. Just choose to not let it bother you. Even if it does a little, I mean, I know there's that inner, and it's so easy to say, choose to be happy or choose to be positive, but you have to make that choice. And I am a big happy and positivity person. You will see that over time. Okay, anyway, next, let's see. Keep a list. If your coworker really is not doing well and they're really irritating you, and usually it's not personal, it's because of maybe they are snippy, which kind of is personal, but maybe they're snippy to people, and if that's a client, you don't want them that, or if they're not doing things right, there are reasons that you are getting irritated, and it may get to the point where you actually have to document it to keep a list, so when it does get out of hand, or you do need to go to someone, HR or your boss. Hopefully you don't, but if you do, you have some tangible things that you can, relay, not just hearsay, not just to say, I did this, but you can say, she did this on this day at this time, and it caused this results. So, we all have coworkers that we really don't want to work with. Unfortunately, we don't really have any control over who works with us. So instead of wasting your time, your energy, or stressing over these annoying people, just keep to your job. Just think of the good things in your life. If you do have to write it down. That's it, done. You have it if you need it. Move on and choose to be happy. Choose to be the better person, and not, make a big deal of them, and try not to let it bother you. And as I said, I realize this is a lot easier said than done. But if you really do practice, make the conscious effort to just let it go, then I think you will be a little, well, not happier, but yeah, you will be happier. And you just don't let it bother you. I actually did learn this later in my life, and realized that a lot, because I had one coworker boss that was really hard to work with. And I realized that it just wasn't personal, even though I took it personal. I thought it was personal, but it wasn't. It was just, that's how she was. And so I just, let it go. Said, okay, she may be yelling at me for nothing, but, because the weather going to the airport is bad and she may get there late. I'm not controlled weather, so I couldn't really do anything. So I realized that even when it seemed like it was personal, it wasn't. So I chose to just not let it bother me. And I had a much better time at that job. Was there 6 years, but that you have to make the choice. So that is it. If I had people in here, I would stay and talk more. Let me see, what can I talk about a little bit more? Okay, let's talk about DeskDemon. Some of the fun stuff that I have going on. I have a cool new shop. I do all the designs. It says DeskDemon, but it's my little personal project. So, and it's so fun. If I could just decorate, creative art and make a living, I would have so much fun. But if you have any fun create sayings, I get stumped. Something that might look good on a t-shirt, let me know. Maybe I'll send you a free t-shirt. But it's super fun. and check it out. It's on DeskDemon. There's a little tab up there that says shop. It's for the UK and the US, except it's so hard. I tried to make it so the UK would automatically get pounds. I put in the URL British pounds, but I don't know if it's working or not. I don't think it is. So we will see. We will see on that. Hold on. Excuse me. We have training. I have a couple training classes. I have 2 big ones. One thing about the training is I'm going to give a shout out to all the awesome trainers out there. You got Joe Burge, you've got Bonnie Locraman, you've got Peggy Vasquez. There are too many that I can name. They all have good, practically perfect. What I forget her name offhand. You got Lucy Brazier's conferences. I want to support all of them. I want to say go to them. Of course, I want you to check out our training too. But in the future, I've decided that I don't want to reinvent the wheel, or even though we will have some training, like I have the training PA Path to Partnership or EA Path to Partnership, depending where you are, which is, I think, a really good training. And it helps you get to know your boss and work with your boss better. That's fine. But there's so many other training out there that I don't want to duplicate. Go to them when you need that. I'm telling you, go to them. But so I'm going to be focusing on more, I guess you could say, the holistic part of training. I mean, I know everybody has leadership, and we will have a leadership, but like positivity, I told you about that. Do I have my list right? Oh, there goes my light. I'm just gonna keep it off because it's temperamental and it doesn't like it. So you get a little darker for a second. Where is my, okay, we got documents. Quick Time University, even though we're not calling it that really anymore, because the one that's similar. Like, we're doing one course, it's going to be a year-long course, and it's taking me forever because it's really probably just me doing this. I mean, including putting it together, building it on the platform, everything. But it's going to be a year-long course, and each month one has a different topic. One's improving communications, managing stress, emotional intelligence, bettering the company, the flow state when you are in your best mode. Teach you how to be in your best mode. Positive mindset, and then we're going to have mentor, influencer, leadership for 1 month, problem solving, productivity, project management, and the authentic you. So you can be you and who you are. So all those, that's each one, that's 12, and that's 1 month. So we're doing that. You ever go to a buffet of food and you see so much food and you just can't eat it all? It's like, I was like, oh, I'll do this, but it's so much work that it's just taking a lot longer than I thought it was. But we do have our courses on the website, and there may be some little mini ones too. The other thing, let's see, I got the leadership training, the store. We're gonna try to. I'm not gonna redo the homepage, even though it is looking dated. We are trying to get people to go back to the forum board. It's more private than Facebook, and it was really used a long time ago. It was very popular, and we'd love for people to go post things on our forums boards as well. I know there was one other thing. I should have wrote it down, but I can't. I think that is it for today. I will be back at 1 o'clock next Thursday. Hopefully I will be able to get this StreamYard and figure out how to do it, because I also have a really cool gimbal that excuse me that will make the picture look better. I can't. I gotta figure out how to get it to work with Facebook. Maybe this StreamYard will work with that. I know other people do it, so I gotta figure it out. Oh, I got us for spam. No, no, we don't want spam. So whoever you are, nobody's here to click on it anyway. So I will go and when I put this upload, I will delete your spam. So, hey, spam's